Today on The Spiel.
You describe it as hitting the lottery in the worst way.
Yeah, it's called Krabbe. There is no cure, and it is terminal.
Today we're roasting the duck, and we're gonna make a little gnocchi.
This is my favorite move of all time. That's awesome. That is awesome.
Hit harder, ain't nothing new for a backwoods farmer. My parents heard. For like 3 years.
This is The Spiel.
I'm here today and all I hear is how I'm chasing crazy dreams. They'll sing, 'cause I've got perfect songs and melodies just waiting to come out of me, and you'll sing along like, oh, whoa. Fancy words, clever lines and tales that take you back in time, and you'll sing along like, oh, whoa, and they'll know. Everyone will know. They should have believed in me.
Should have believed, baby.
And welcome to The Spiel. Thanks for another visitation from you to watch us, and we always have a good time. Got a big show lined up today, that's
It does take an effort. You have to actually dial it. You remember the days you had to dial it in.
Yeah, wait, you had to get up out of your chair.
Had to dial it, then you got the remote, had to select it. And
No,
now you
honey,
can
I'm
just-
talking before remotes.
Right,
You had
the dial. I remember I had the dial, you had to dial it in.
But that wasn't a remote.
No, then you
That
went
was-
to the remote. Then we went to the remote. That was a big thing, to be able to sit in a lazy chair.
I thought you meant like
later,
in, okay.
Later.
But if it wasn't working real good, you had to get the aluminum foil on the rabbit ears
I never
and
did
move.
that.
Oh, I'm
No, I never
aging
did
myself,
that.
aren't I?
I never did that.
Yeah, we had to.
Yeah.
Or send brother up on the roof and turn the antenna.
that
and we,
sounds dangerous.
And someone would holler out, okay, wait.
Right there.
Oh, right there.
Right there. Looks good.
Had
Yeah,
to do that
looks
too.
good.
So see you youngsters, you have it easy.
Well, here's the thing, or you can just log on, spielon.com, and watch anytime you want. You can actually have a whole day, like a marathon of the Spiel.
Say you're at an airport. Say you
you're
need
there.
you're picking up your kid at the daycare
Right.
or school and you got that little bit of time.
Right.
Go
Watch
find
it.
us.
Maybe not while driving.
No, don't do that.
Don't do that.
Don't
we
do
don't want
that.
to be responsible for any accidents, But here's the deal. The reason we agreed to do this show is to help people.
Help people, inspire people, make you feel good.
Right.
Maybe bring a tear to your eye.
Right.
Have you sing along.
Right. We want them to feel something, an
Feel.
emotion, right? And we like to help further careers, if we can do that.
We have.
We have helped to do that. We may be furthering our own career. We think we're up for a Grammy. We don't know yet. I mean, I don't even know that the song has been written yet.
I don't know if it's complete, but I'm already looking for my red carpet dress.
Yes, it's going to be great. So we like to look ahead to things here at the Spiel. And then, of course, we've got a wonderful guy on today. He and his wife, being very proactive, dealt just a horrible hand of cards here. And you know what? They're not folding. They've decided to get up. They're going to move about, and they're going to make a change for a lot of people. And we're so excited to be part of that.
Yes, we are.
And help make that difference.
God
So,
bless them.
Yeah.
Also, too, duck for the first time.
Oh, I think we are going to have duck today.
Never had duck.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
ready to try it.
Are you ready? Okay. And then again, just some big time, big names from Nashville. I mean, they're always here.
Always here.
We can't run them off, really.
Stay tuned for that. But right now, here at the end, the new craze
Right.
is the triangle dance.
And by the time you watch this, it's going to be old, but it'll be new to see us try to do it and probably fail miserably.
But first, I never conquered the floss. Did you?
Floss?
The floss thinger?
No, it's not. It's not good.
All
Do we
right.
dare? Do we try something?
Yeah, won't you? We
Okay.
need a third, so see
Oh,
if
we
the
do.
chef will.
See if chef's available before he prepares the duck. Yeah, somebody call the chef.
Chef!
House chef. Oh, we need to move. Oh, look at you. You're always just readily available, aren't you?
I love that about you.
I'm not a dancer, but
Yes.
I'm willing to participate.
Now, this is a dance that is being called the triangle. So it takes 3 people, right?
Okay.
1, 2, 3, we're good.
Okay.
All right, now, what we're gonna do is it's gonna be in unison, but we're all doing different things at
But
the same
don't say it
time.
out loud because we'll mess me up.
Well, and if you mess up,
Okay.
it will hurt because I'm gonna be kicking one way, you're gonna kick one way, Julie's
Okay.
gonna kick one way. Are we kicking or putting our bodies in?
Our bodies,
Okay,
jumping.
so what we're gonna do is we're gonna join.
Okay.
And it's right, left, center. Then I'll be left, center, right.
Okay.
Left, center, right.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
And then you have to be
Left,
No.
Center,
No, he has to be center.
center, right,
Right.
left.
Left.
He'll be center, right, left.
Okay.
Because it goes
What are
left,
you?
right, center.
Okay, left, right, center.
Left, right, center.
Right, center, left.
Center,
Center,
right, left.
No, left, right.
Okay.
This is going to be so bad. All right, you ready?
I'll be center, left, right.
No, you're
No,
left,
I'm
right,
center, left, right.
Okay. I'm
Okay, you're left, right, center.
Everybody else got theirs?
And
Yeah.
I'm right, center, left.
And I'm center, left, right.
Right,
Okay.
ready?
Okay.
On
Yeah.
three.
Okay.
Okay.
One,
Okay,
two, three.
Right, center, left. Right. Okay.
I'm peeing my
That was not
pants.
good.
No,
That
it
was
was.
not good.
We was doing good
That
till
was
we
not
bumped
good.
the knees.
Yeah,
Okay,
that
one
was
more
not-
time.
That hurts. It hurts a little bit just to bounce that much.
Okay, it's-
You know what happens if you bounce at this age? Up and down.
Ready?
You ready?
On three.
Okay.
One, two, three.
Left, center. Okay. Okay. That's all I can do.
That's it.
That's it. That's it.
Way to go.
We got a whole show to get to. All right, stay right there.
Coming up on the Spiel.
We love our neurologist. He's been very straightforward. He's a parent. He's talked to us, but he sat us down and he kind of shook his head, and then he told us, he said, you know, unfortunately, your son has a rare neurological disease. It's called Krabbe. There is no cure, and it is terminal.
There's a reason we've been here so long. Larry's Trailer Sales RV Mega Center are offering sales, parts, and service on Route 148 north of Ziegler, Illinois. Same location since 1966. Come and see us.
Been in this business for my entire life. I was dragging feed sacks when I was in grade school and not big enough to carry them. My grandfather sold buggies. Today we're a Kubota dealership. We don't handle feed anymore, but we do carry a large variety of products.
Now get the new Kubota Sidekick for 0 down and payments as low as $196 per month. See dealer for details.
I have a lot of employees that have been here 15 plus years. We have plenty of experience and knowledge to help you with your needs.
Your Kubota dealer, FB Maca Foods.
Now we're here with longtime friend and former coworker Joel
Yeah.
Clausen. Thank you so much for making the journey to be here with us today.
Yeah, thanks for having me. It's been a long time.
It has been a long time. I mean, we could just spend hours catching up.
I know that's a different, that's a different
a
atmosphere.
whole
Yeah.
different topic. Yeah. You know, we are here today. We're going to celebrate. We're going to celebrate the legacy of this adorable baby boy and what the groundwork and the foundation that he is laying right now.
Yeah, I mean and that's kind of what my wife and I have talked about the last couple of months, is leaving a legacy for him, and I think we're pretty close.
Awesome. We do have to back up. We want to tell the story. You know, thanks to social media, we're able to follow everybody. And I had been watching you guys, and you have a Levi. You know, all the typical stories of the little boy and doing what you're accustomed to doing at that age. And then you have Bryce, and there was a little stop sign early on. You were in the NICU unit for a while. Talk about that.
Yeah, so Andrea, my wife, had, it was more complications with her. She had some stuff going on, some women things going on, and so we were gonna have a scheduled C-section at 37 weeks. They wanted to wait till he was full term at 37 weeks, and when he came out, he had just some trouble with his lungs and eating. He couldn't eat and breathe at the same time, and so that was really scary there at first. I mean, that was something we weren't accustomed to. So for 15 days we were in the NICU, which was, I don't think it was ever touch and go, but it was pretty scary there for a while.
Okay, but you know that time came, and the nurses and the physician says, okay, it's time to go home.
Yeah, and so because he was in the NICU and he was 3 weeks early, they said he might be a little delayed on some of the stuff, but like not too far, but just a little bit delayed from what Levi was. So maybe his crawling was going to be a month behind, or walking a little bit behind, just something like that. But he was going to be normal and catch up and be totally fine.
But then Andrea noticed, and you noticed, that he was not doing the same things as his young brother, did not enjoy tummy time, and seemed like he was in pain a lot, and that's tough for parents.
Yeah, I mean, for the first 4.5 months, right about then, he was totally normal. I mean, he, a little bit, like I said, delayed on things, but he was laughing. I mean, there's videos of me tickling him, and he's giggling, and he did do a little bit of tummy time. He rolled over. I mean, I could probably count on 2 hands how many times he totally rolled over. And it almost overnight or almost within a few days, especially as a parent, you take a lot of pictures, we can kind of see where it started. It just, it almost happened within the 36 hours, 48 hours, something like that, of he just kind of quit doing a lot of stuff. And he got stiff. That was, I mean, just rigor mortis stiff.
So stiff, okay.
I mean, just, we couldn't even get his legs out of his onesies.
Okay. And obviously you were concerned and you guys were seeking some answers. And I remember for a while you wanting to remain, you know, not hush hush, but you were keeping it very close as the doctors were examining and determining what could be happening with your baby.
Yeah, so, you know, Google's a thing now, and, you know, they tell you not to do that, but I did it anyway.
Sure.
There was a lot of stuff going on. I mean, he was, now that we kind of know what's going on with him, it's kind of textbook how they diagnosed him. They tried to change his diet. And they said, okay, let's try this for 2 weeks and that'll do something. Well, that didn't do it. Okay, let's change it this way. Let's do that. Okay, he's throwing up. Let's change the way he sleeps. So we lifted him up in his bed. Let's change this. Let's change that. And it was all about 10 days or 2 weeks at a time period. So that took 3 to 4 months. And finally, we just got to the point where we were like, we need answers. What can we do?
Yeah.
And they ordered an MRI, and they sent us to a neurologist to kind of talk to him about a few things.
That was the day that was tough. I remember you asking for a little bit of privacy. You guys needed to absorb what was being said to you.
Yeah, so we knew, so now going back at it, we talked to the neurologist, we kind of told him some of the things that were going on. And now that we know what's going on, he told us I had an inkling of what was going on. He's only had one other case in 25 years he's heard of, and he was afraid that's what it was. But he ordered the blood work exactly how he needed to with the MRI to, you know, kind of fast track it. Instead of getting the MRI and then doing tests, he ordered them together, which is kind of unheard of in the way that they get diagnosed, because a lot of people don't know about this disease. And,
Krabbe disease, okay.
Yeah, and so it took about 16 days from the MRI to the official diagnosis.
Yeah.
And yeah, it was a tough day.
Yeah. That's when, as a parent, you know, your world crashes down and you want to say, no, this is not happening to us.
Yeah, I mean, you know, we love our neurologist. He's been very straightforward. He's a parent. He's talked to us, but you know, he essentially brought us in, and he told us, you know, he sat down and it was kind of weird. So I had Googled a bunch of stuff, and I was fully prepared for cerebral palsy. Okay. And I mean, that was kind of what I was looking at, and some of the Google symptoms had said, and some of the things I thought was going on. And I was fully prepared for him to say that, and I said, okay, what's next? Let's, you know, do we need to get a van? Do we need to get bedding? What do we need to do? And I was fully prepared to, as a parent, love my child and raise him as that way, and that was gonna be fine, yeah. Great. So he sat us down and he brought us in. Our appointment was at 5:05 p.m., which was after hours, you know, after everybody had kind of left, and we thought that was a little weird, but maybe that was just a way to get us in. And so when we went there, he sat us down and he kind of shook his head, and then he told us, he said, you know, unfortunately, your son has a rare neurological disease. It's called Krabbe. There is no cure, and it is terminal. And so,
had you ever even heard that word?
No. I mean, since it's happened now, I mean, I would say 1 out of every 20, maybe nurses or doctors, maybe have heard of this, and we've talked to hundreds of doctors or nurses.
You describe it as hitting the lottery in the worst way.
Yeah.
Both you and Andrea were carriers. You know, obviously had Levi first, everything was fine. There needs to be some sort of a screening. We've established that. Is that something that you can even determine before you've had children? Can you determine it in the parents?
Yeah, so Andrea has the same mom and dad, and she has 2 sisters, okay. And they have the same mom and dad. So she will be the exact same carrier as her sisters if they have it.
Okay.
You know, and so I'm an only child, so you know, there's no one to compare it to. Levi would have the exact same strand as Bryce.
Okay.
And so now that we know in your DNA makeup, we know where the mutation is, so we can find out, you know, if Andrea's 2 sisters have it.
Right.
So it's just 2 mutations, carriers getting together, and then there's a 1 in 4 chance that your child will have, you know, both mutations.
It's so rare. How many children, I know you said you've met a lot of parents now, they're definitely coming out of the woodwork, but it's still very, very rare.
Yeah, so there's one, and again, I don't know all the stats, but there's one place in Israel, I believe, that it's like 1 in 1,000. If you take away them, it's 1 in 100,000, they say.
Okay.
But if you take away that one cluster in Israel, it is, it's so much more because it's so much more common there. I don't know why, but I think there's 60 active cases in the U.S. or children that are alive right now with it. So it is very rare.
And they say that if, knowing now that you can check to see if you're a carrier, if you determine to, have a child, and if you get the child seen and you get them screened, there are things that you can do that can slow down the progression and lengthen a life.
Yeah, so we know now. So if we were to have another child, we could do stem cell transplant and things like that. It is pretty new. But we just heard about an 8-year-old boy a few months ago who is Krabbe free, and he is kind of
He's
where
the one
we want to
everybody's
go.
watching,
right.
yeah.
That he is the oldest kind of stem cell transplant person who has made it this far. There was, an 18-year-old girl, a 20-year-old girl who just passed away from this, who had, some symptoms, but. Yeah, we just, that 8-year-old boy is kind of where we're trying to get this to go.
Absolutely. And this little guy, absolutely stunning, getting the attention of so many people. I mean, look at his face.
Yeah, good looking dude, right?
You two did really, really well. Yeah, you and Andrea there. It looks just beautiful. And obviously, like you've said, it's so important to finally put that face with a name, and you're not insensitive to these other rare conditions, and boy, you've made something huge happen for a lot of families in a very short amount of time.
Yeah, I mean, we talked a little bit about it. I mean, being in the media for as long as I was, we covered so many of these kind of things in the U.S., and there has to be a face to it, and that's part of what we understood, me being in the media for as long as I was, is that there has to be a face to something. And in Indiana, they tried to do this in 2016. It was just a concerned parent, and it got nowhere. I mean, it didn't even get to where it needed to be voted on.
The cost of you equated it to a McDonald's Big Mac would pay for the screening for these babies.
Yeah, and then when I went to the house, I told them it was about the cost of a Venti at Starbucks.
There
so
is
you know what I mean?
More relatable there.
Yeah. So it's pretty cost efficient to do this, because they say that the average Krabbe baby is about $700,000 to $1 million after he gets diagnosed, the care he needs. So divide that by $3.60 or whatever it would be, and that can cover a lot of babies.
Yeah. Bryce's bill, becoming law, it's going to change so many lives, but there are still so many states in our nation that need to hear this message.
Yeah, there's so many. Facebook is such a thing, and so many parents in other states have reached out to us after they've heard about us getting it passed in Indiana now. How'd you guys do it? What did you do different than what we're trying to do? I mean, there's a family that we've been talking to that's been trying this since '03 in Oregon. They're getting nowhere. Pennsylvania passed this years ago, but it's not mandated, so they're trying to get it mandated. There's so many places that they're just not getting heard. When we got it passed, it was a bittersweet moment because, it's not gonna help Bryce, but we are so thankful that, Hoosier politicians heard it and wanted to do something, because that's going to be Bryce's legacy. Bryce's bill is going to live on longer than I'm going to live on, and it's going to affect so many lives moving forward, and that is just unbelievable. That is a best case scenario for us, because there's nothing we can do for Bryce.
That's awesome. Well, keep making noise,
and
Bryce will keep making noise, and you know what? He's absolutely stunning, and this is important, and I'm so glad you had the courage to come out and share the story, and you're continuing to share the story, and you're not going to stop. You're still working on that list you got there.
Yeah.
What's that list called? Is that more for you or Bryce? Bryce, I see what he's doing.
No, well, we talk about this all the time. So we have a greatest hits list. We could refuse to call it a bucket list. So it's just things my wife and I love and enjoy that we wanted to share with our boys anyway.
Box seats, sporting events.
Right.
Just those cool things,
Yeah, and so, but Levi is actually our 3-year-old has been enjoying it more than anything, because we've been doing some really cool stuff, and he's able to actually get out and enjoy it. But it's been awesome.
Because don't wait. Live every day like it's your last. That's for all of us.
100%. We have no idea. That's the thing. We have no idea how many more days we have with Bryce, but we're doing so many really cool things. Awesome. And he's getting to do a lot of really fun stuff in his short life. So.
Well, we definitely want this segment to make a difference. So if whomever happens to be watching and they're capable of making change for families, so no one else has to go through this, we're going to do this in the name of Bryce, aren't we?
Yeah.
All right. We'll be right back.
Coming up on the Spiel.
This is the fattiest as we can get them.
Oh, is that good?
They get no exercise and a lot of food.
This is the foie gras duck.
Yes.
Coming up later in the show.
John Deere, New Holland, check out the load I'm hauling. Hard work
They hit it harder, ain't nothing new for a backwoods farmer.
Introducing the all-new Legence Bank app.
We really try to be on the cutting edge.
With all the conveniences you already love, like 24/7 access, account transactions, online bill pay, but now with even more powerful tools like mobile deposit for true banking on the go, Spin, making person-to-person payments easy, and smart tools like Go Focus to help you visualize your financial profile and plan for the future.
Our app is very popular.
It's the next best thing to banking with us in person. Download the Legence Bank app from the App Store or Google Play.
I'm Derek Joplin. I'm the welding instructor and the program manager. The virtual welding machines, they are able to grade you to a fuller scale. Of course, as a new student comes in, they're not used to welding. They won't take the heat. It's just really good to have them start out on that. Well, the benefits of these machines would be low material costs. The way it is set up, it is amazing of how accurate it is.
To find out more about the Spiel or even watch past episodes, visit spielon.com.
And we are spieling it in our HIW kitchen. This segment, the one featuring our house chef Lasse Sorensen, is brought to you by Realty Central of Carbondale and our longtime sponsor, Prairie Farms.
Okay, ladies, this is a little quiz.
Okay.
Quiz.
Did I say it right?
Quiz.
Quiz.
Okay, quiz.
Quiz.
Okay, what do we call what I have here?
Mise en place.
I'm so proud of you.
What is that?
See, I'm a good influence on her. She's learning all
That means ingredients in what language?
No, what mise en place is, it means everything in its place. And see how I have everything lined up. So today we're roasting the duck, and we're gonna make a little gnocchi.
Gnocchi.
Yes.
Gnocchi.
Posta.
And here's for the sauce. So I have it all lined up in the right place.
For duck à l'orange.
For duck à l'orange.
Everything has a place.
Everything has a place.
Mise en place.
Everything
Mise en place. Mise en
in
place.
its place. That's what mise en place means, okay?
Everything in its place.
So,
That's right. High five.
What we're gonna do is, we're gonna start with a little gas here. This is the fattiest as we can get them.
Oh,
is that good?
They get no exercise and a lot of food.
This is
It's
the
perfect.
foie gras duck.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. So the first thing we're going to do is score a little bit here in the skin. And what we're going to do first is crisp the skin up, because nobody want to eat duck fat when it's kind of raw or soft.
Okay.
You want it to be nice and crispy.
Crispy.
So this will encourage that to happen real quick by crisping it up like this. The heat will go up there and everything here will be real crispy. So we'll just put it up on the pan like that.
No oil or nothing? Just
No,
let it
there's
sear?
so much fat there, and we're going to extract all the fat from the duck, and then we're going to use that duck fat, which duck fat has an incredible flavor. And we're going to use that in our orange sauce.
Okay.
So for the orange sauce, we're going to prep a little bit for that too. We're going to make these little segments, and this is how you would make these segments real quick that we're going to put in the sauce.
Okay.
So this is how we do that.
Everything he does is perfection. I mean,
know.
even peeling a flippin' orange. Look at this. I mean, have you ever seen such beauty? There.
You don't get any seeds in there, and you get all the goodies out, and that's what we want. We also want to make some slices for presentation purposes later.
Garnishing?
Okay, so I brought some potato gnocchis. This is just a little bit of garlic butter. For people who don't want to make them, you can actually buy gnocchis.
Oh, you made those?
Yes.
Oh, of course.
You can
Yeah,
actually
of course
buy
you
them.
did.
It's kind of like a pasta, but made with potatoes.
Yeah.
And but you can buy them already made. I've in a lot of stores has them. So what I'm going to do now is I want to cook these a little bit. These are for presentation purposes.
But in the grease.
So I'm going to put them in the grease, and that'll again also.
I have never had fried orange slices.
In duck grease.
In duck grease.
We want to cook them in there with it too, because we're about ready to put this in the oven.
Okay. You don't have to cook that long at all, do you?
No, they'll cook quick, and this is kind of what we want the duck to look like. And so what we're gonna do now, we're gonna put this piece in the oven. And
what temperature is that?
450 degrees.
Woo, that's high.
For 4 minutes, so remind me. Okay, see how cool that looks, right? What I'm gonna do now too is I brought some bay leaf. We're gonna put that in here. And I brought a little bit of cloves. We're gonna put that in there too.
These are the things that you just have around your kitchen.
So, the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna put a little wine on now.
That's Round Pond.
Round Pond, of course. I wouldn't use any other wine than Round Pond.
Right.
And now, with any alcohol you put into the dish, you wanna reduce it to about 1/3 of its original volume.
And we did want to point out that this wine had been on the shelf for a bit, so while you might not want to drink it, it's perfect for cooking with.
It's perfect, yeah. You have a little bit left over, you can just collect all your wine in a bottle, so it gets kind of vinegary, but that's okay for cooking purposes. So now we're gonna take these and put them over here. And then I use an apricot jam. And it's to give the sauce a little sweetness.
Ooh.
And this is demi-glace, and you can buy that in specialty stores too. Now we're gonna take this here, and then we're gonna...
Oh, so no crunchiness of the cloves or the bay leaf.
Yes.
It's out now, we've used
It's
it for
out.
what we need it.
Yeah. But you might wanna save these things because they're really cool too for later on for garnish. Here it's done. 4 minutes in the oven. We're gonna set it over here. Now we want to put a little bit of this orange in our sauce.
Okay.
And just a little more acidity. So this is the leftover we had when I was cutting it. What we're going to do now with these gnocchis, we're going to put a little Parmesan cheese on here.
Parsley?
Just a little fresh parsley.
Okay.
And when we use parsley, like I do last minute, you see I put it on and then we're done with it, because if it's a flavoring agent, you want it to taste fresh in the very end. You never want it to cook. So this is it. That's done. Then we're back to the sauce. Okay, so now we're gonna assemble. So we're gonna take these pieces, and these pieces are now delicious to eat too. And if you want a little bit of that bitter rind we talked about, you know, then that's delicious. Basically, you can just take these onions and you can
steam them.
I steamed them a little bit, and you can make a knot in them or whatever you want. But
Look at that.
it looks really cool.
That is cool.
Okay, and then we're going to take some of these. That's probably all we need on that. And then there's a lot of ways you can cut the duck, but what I like to do is, most people would cut it this way, but I like to cut it long ways because it's just a much better look, I think. So what we're going to do is we're going to also use this as our garnish. It's always, my signature has always been these rosemary, so I love this rosemary because it also gives a little height to the dish, you know. All right, so here's the finished product.
The moment of truth. Now, is there a way that you recommend sampling
No,
it
because
all?
I already cut it out for you.
Okay,
So,
and I'm not gonna get the citrus underneath, right?
well, I mean, taste the duck first. Just take a piece of duck and like kind of swirl it a little bit in the sauce before anything else, and then you can explore all the other flavors. But the duck is really unbelievable flavor.
You love it?
You're not just saying that, are you?
No, she loves
very,
it.
very good.
I mean, it's very mild.
Oh my.
It's very mild, isn't it?
It is very mild.
And it does
Very
have a
good.
taste of its own.
Yes, and then you have that if you take a little bit of that fresh orange, you get some of that acidity from the fresh orange. But
Love
if you
that.
want more of the sweetness from the orange, you go down there and get the sauce and the actual slice.
You know what? There's a reason. You've earned the title. Congratulations.
Well, thank you.
Very good.
Thank you.
The sauce is very good too.
And we'll be right back.
Coming up next on The Spiel.
Okay, I'm going to do flags. I'm going to take a class. What do I do first? Do it fast? Full speed?
You're natural.
And later in the show.
Don't try to knock anything about what anybody's doing in music because everybody's got their own thing.
Sure, sure.
But I miss
Country
traditional
music.
country music.
What if I told you it's possible to capture the sun, to hold it in your hand, to pour it, to experience it? Here, the sun shines on hand-tended vineyards and is barreled and stored in underground tunnels. And when you're ready, it's mixed with all the live music and atmosphere you can handle. It's not only possible to catch the sun and bottle it, but there's a place where it's already done for you. To find out more, visit si.com.
And welcome back to the Spiel. Cecily Smith is with us. She is the Illinois State Solo Flag Girl. That's a big title.
Yes.
How'd that make you feel when they announced your name?
I was really, really excited. I didn't think I got it actually, but it was a surprise.
And then you did last year in your junior year.
Yes.
So senior year, you're going to college.
I am.
At Baylor.
Yes.
And are you going to do flags there?
I don't know, really. I think I just want to focus on my academics the first year.
That's smart. So Dad, if you're listening, she's doing good. Okay, tell me how this got started, Cecily. You left 8th grade there here in Illinois and you went into high school. What made you decide to do this? Or did you know, like, when you went to the football games and you saw the girls do it, like when you was in junior high?
Yeah, well, my mom is actually the coach, and so she took over when I was in 4th grade, and my cousin was on the team at the time, so I think I just kind of took up after her, and then I just kind of started going from there.
So was Mom still the coach during your high school years?
Yes.
Okay, was she a flag girl?
No, she was not.
Okay, I don't know one thing about flags. First of all, I want to say this is taller than you. And I've seen some video, and I've seen you at the Heron Ball games do the flag. Isn't it harder for a shorter person to?
Yes, especially if it's like behind your back, it's super hard.
And which you did, okay? I want you to demonstrate that again in slow motion.
Your favorite move.
This is my favorite move of all time. That's awesome. That is awesome. Awesome, awesome. So tell me more about flags and what do you get out of it?
Really, we have a really close team. Like, we have a lot of older girls that have been on the team before, so we're kind of just used to each other, and we get along great, and the new girls have always just fit in really well with us. So
how many are there on the team?
I think there's 14.
14 doing the same thing at once, and you won team championships this year,
right? Yes, we
right?
won both 3 teams that we competed.
Wow. So all the other teams are kind of looking up toward you guys, right? Mm-hmm. Isn't that cool?
Yeah.
That's a cool feeling. Okay, I'm going to do flags. I'm going to take a class. What do I do first? What was the first thing your mom taught you? How do you, is there a certain way to hold it?
Actually, my cousin taught me, and she taught me how to really, you can start with like a left spin.
A left?
You hold it like this, and then you just spin it this way.
What happens to this hand when it turns?
You let go.
Let
with
go?
That hand, and then you grab it at the top. Yep.
There it is. Let's do it again. Ready?
Full speed.
Do it fast. Full speed?
You're natural.
Okay, ready, guys? Get this. Cameras. No, I won't do it. Would you hit the light if you showed us you could throw it up?
I can try not to.
She'll try not to, camera people.
I can do that one so I don't hit anything.
Okay, I'm going to try that. Was that kind of off the one I learned?
Yeah.
Do it again in slow motion. Guys, I want you to learn this at home, okay?
So you
We're going to have a
spin
test. Okay.
Grab it upside down.
Okay.
And throw it up.
Okay. How much you love those trophies? Are they breakable? Here
Probably.
We go. Here we go. Did we get that? Can we get that piece? No, I'm going to try it again. I'm going to try it again.
You were close. You were close.
Okay. Does this count like this? This is called the elbow hold. It works. So you're going to college. Is flags done for you now?
Probably.
Is it?
Yes.
It's kind of sad, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's all you've known.
Yeah.
I mean, you guys practice a lot and.
I originally wanted to be on the dance team because I grew up as a dancer. I danced at a studio since I was 3 years old. But my freshman year, I tried it for the flag team, and I really liked it. So.
And you know what? I've seen you do hip hop. Is that your favorite dance to do?
Probably.
Could you do any of that?
Oh, I don't know. I'm
No.
a little rusty.
Okay. Explain these trophies to us real quick.
This is the one that I won last year at state. It was my first place trophy. And then this is the one I won this past year, 2019, as the first place trophy at state.
Wow.
So.
Are those going to college with you?
I don't know, they might stay in my room.
Okay. Thanks for being on the show.
Thank you for having me, I really appreciate it.
We'll be right back.
Coming up on the Spiel.
Need more old school, more hard work, a little more love, a little less hurt, to get back to the way it's supposed to be.
My name is Alyssa Goodman. I see a variety of clients here of all ages for a variety of mental health issues or life stressors that they're dealing with. I genuinely care about all of my patients. I know life happens, stress happens. It's a safe environment. Everything's confidential. It's never going to leave the office. You have someone who's not judgmental in any way. And that's just there to help you with whatever issue you have going on. I do pride myself on really, really genuinely caring about them and trying to help them meet goals that they set.
Visit us at crhpc.org.
You're watching The Spiel.
John Deere, New Holland, check out the load I'm hauling. Hard work, hit it harder. Ain't nothing new for a backwoods farmer. Sun up, sun down, backing up traffic on the way to town. A camo hat and a farmer's tan, 'cause I'm a working man. 5 a.m., rooster crows, I'm in the truck, I'm back on the road. The early to rise, winter's dollars to make. I learned it all from my old man. Built his house with his bare hands when he got back in '68. John Deere, New Holland, check out the load I'm hauling. Hard work, hit it harder. Ain't nothing new for a backwoods farmer. Sun up, sun down, backing up traffic all the way to town. A camo hat and a farmer's tan, 'cause I'm a working man. From them good old boys out baling hay to them long haul guys on the interstate, it's who we are and it's how we're raised. Don't know a thing about how to quit, you gotta grind it out till it's whipped and putting money in the bank. John Deere, New Holland, just check out the load I'm hauling. Hard work, hit it harder, ain't nothing new for a backwoods farmer. Sun up, sun down, backing up traffic on the way to town. A camo hat and a farmer's tan, 'cause I'm a working man. I'm a working man.
And welcome back to the Spiel. You saw that great performance, Dustin Collins. Welcome to the show.
Yeah. Thank y'all for having me.
That was incredible.
That's cool.
I appreciate y'all.
Good
Thanks
stuff.
for the Backstage Pass. We appreciate you allowing
That's
us
what we
into
call
this.
this
Yeah, we
segment.
call
Okay,
this.
well, thank you for.
You're thinking, I didn't bring it.
Yes,
I didn't.
you're on-
I don't
it's
have
your
it.
stage, right?
Thank y'all for inviting me to your backstage area.
That's one way to guarantee
That's
we got
right.
backstage access. Your story's great. It's one where you've been raised around music, and I love it because you mentioned the little Matchbox cars, and my son happens to be a proficient, collector of those himself. Talk a little bit about the journey for you.
My dad and uncle were always playing, always touring and recording and writing music, and we were always playing music around the kitchen table or bonfire or something.
Were
My
you
mom
told
was.
shh,
Or you could...
In the beginning, I'm sure. Come on.
My parents heard. For like 3 years. and my dad was a bass player, so it was like I wasn't allowed to play until I could keep time.
Okay.
Because you get off time, it just makes everybody mad.
Sure.
And in Kentucky, we have a lot of like bluegrass pickers, and they have bluegrass circle or something. And I mean, some of these guys are in their 70s and 80s, been playing guitar for 60 years, and I mean, they'll flat get it, and you're just kind of sitting over there with your guitar and looking at your hands and stuff, and they're just blah, 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 all the way through. So growing up around there is like you had to learn or you couldn't play.
There you go. There you
go.
go.
I just started writing songs, and
That came much later, though. You were in your...
I started writing when I was about 16.
Okay.
Nothing was very good.
Yeah.
I joined the military when I was about 17 years old and got out when I was 21 and moved to Nashville.
Okay. How's that been for you? Did you have to be like the waiter? Did you have to wash cars?
No.
How'd you start off?
I've been blessed to be able to make a living playing music and go play shows. And
That's nice. Good.
And you know, I've played every dive bar from Mississippi to North Dakota to Key West.
That's called your dues, baby.
That's
you know
it.
that.
And I love it.
Yeah, but now, you know, to log on and see yourself, and you've got like the Wikipedia ranking, you see where you're charting. Talk a little bit about that success, and does that mean anything to you? Is that what you're working towards?
Yeah, it means everything to me, because it means that the folks that buy my records and continue to do it, and it's the only reason we're able to do our job.
That's
is
right.
For people, like the people watching that catch me on a TV show like this or a YouTube video or something, and you know, 99 cents, you get 100 of those, that's gas to get to the next show.
There you go. Oh, I love that. That's a cool soundbite. I love that. Actually, you could write that. That's a song. 99
cents to the next gig.
Oh,
that's kind of big.
there it is.
That's the next hit. We're back on the red carpet.
I mean, we've really
She's got her second co-writing too.
What are some of the names that have influenced you and why?
There's Hank Jr., he's a legend. I mean, we was talking about Marty Rayburn and Shenandoah. Those guys are Church on Cumberland Road, one of the biggest hits.
You know what? They don't make music like that anymore, except when I heard your second song.
Well, Tracy
right
Lawrence
back.
and Sammy Kershaw are
right.
two of my biggest influences in my music. And that's I always try to don't try to knock anything about what anybody's doing in music, because everybody's got their own thing.
Sure.
But I miss traditional country music.
That's right.
Because you was raised up on it.
Yeah.
It's like me.
Well, we have to share that Shenandoah story. So it was your birthday.
Yeah, it was my birthday.
They invited you on the bus.
Yeah, we got invited. Well, my bass player played bass in
Okay.
the 90s for a period of time with Shenandoah.
Uh-huh.
So they had him get up to play Mama Knows with them. And then, it's a great song.
A great song.
And it was crazy for me to watch my bass player get up there and play with Shenandoah. And we got done, they said, why don't y'all come have some chicken and pie with us?
Chicken and pie.
And you said,
hear me?
okay.
Yep,
On the bus.
What kind of
love
pie? There were 6 kinds. Is it everything?
They had all kinds of pie. I think I had like, I think it was a piece of cheesecake.
Shenandoah, we would like to come on your bus and have pie.
We would.
I like coconut.
Will
What do
you
like?
tell them?
What-
Could you get a hold of
Just
them for us?
Call your
I don't
people
know.
and our
Call your
work it
people
out.
to.
I have a people that could probably get another people to
Let's
find another
get
person.
it. There it is.
Wait.
We'll be
that
here
has
for
an
pie.
aunt's uncle that lives next door to the. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Let's have some fun with him.
We're
You wanna-
probably
you-
cousins, who knows?
Yeah, let's have fun.
You want to do some of those, the four, now listen, I'm going
It's
to,
fun for
my
her.
question's a little harder, okay? And I'm going to actually let you think about it while Julie's having some fun with you. You ready?
Ready?
All right.
Think about that.
Okay,
You know what?
so-
You look scared. This is all
I
you.
would be scared.
Okay?
I would
all
be scared.
you.
I would be scared. Now, listen, this is the spiel, right? So we encourage people. We want you to just spiel it when you come here. We want you to give us, you know, the inside scoop, that little something that you've never ever shared with anyone else. Okay?
Ever.
So I want you to think about it. It could be
Not
you know,
even
just
her.
right. You don't even know this. What's about to come
You're
out
getting
of his
ready to
mouth.
find something
Hey,
out.
this is a long car ride back to the house.
One, oh,
Well, then you better be thinking
one
about this.
thing that no one knows, and Julie will help you relax.
All
here
right,
with some-
I'm going to
some
help you
fun
relax.
stuff. Okay.
Mexican or Chinese?
Chinese.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Creamy or crunchy?
Crunchy.
Wow, you're quick.
He's quick. He
You're
knows what he
quick.
likes. He knows what he
Ronnie
likes.
Millsap said creamy and crunchy. I don't know, but
That's-
you're
that's
crunchy,
right.
okay?
That's right, okay.
All right. Straight or Jones?
That's tough.
That's it. She got me.
You perform like George Strait. We already talked about that. You're not going to do a little dancing.
George Jones all the way.
George, sorry, George Strait.
George Strait's great.
He's great.
He's the king.
But Jones is.
He's the possum.
He's the man.
He is
That's
the,
right.
yes, indeed.
Now
All
the
right,
question.
you ready? That one thing that you've never shared with anyone else.
Now see, this is y'all got me here. I don't know. I'm pretty open book.
Just anything, like maybe something quirky that you do that people don't know, or
ketchup on peanut butter. I don't know.
I have the foulest mouth in the entire world when I'm fishing.
Oh, Mama, I am sorry.
Did you know about that?
Oh,
you knew about
she
it.
already knew.
That don't
She
work.
already knew that.
Hit us again.
She goes, I already knew that.
Hit us again.
I'm not that bad when I'm around. I try
Not that bad.
I try to keep it PG.
All right.
But if I'm out there by myself on the boat,
it gets really bad.
The fish wasn't.
So she's only seen the PG version?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
So it gets worse.
There's nothing that makes me madder than fish getting off a hook.
Oh boy.
Really?
I don't know why.
Remember that you can do anything you want to.
Good
you
to
can
know.
go spend all the money because
That's
the
right.
fish
It's
make
just
you
the
mad.
fish
As long as the hook sets, I'll be fine. I'll be broke and I'll have a fish sandwich to eat.
That's it.
There it is.
You know, you're all over social media. We want people to find you because you got a lot of material out there. You're moving and shaking in the way of who's going to manage what. At times you want to call your own shots. So you know what? You might be setting yourself up to do that. But definitely worth a follow. You're doing some cool things.
I'm trying my best.
Tell folks how to get a hold of you.
www.dustincollinsmusic.com, and all of our social links are on the homepage.
There it is, right there.
That's
that
awesome.
homepage. All right.
Thank
Anything
you
else?
for coming.
Thank you.
Anything else you want to share?
Download Working Man on all your
That's the
ESP
new one.
outlets, and follow us on Spotify.
You're watching The Spiel.
I'm Bob Davenport, broker owner of Realty Central. Our area, our MLS board, it covers 26 counties. So I have agents that cover a lot of the areas. I've got Jackson, Williamson, Union County. I have agents that work in Williamson County. I have an agent that lives in Franklin County. I have an agent that covers Perry and Randolph County. Get 21 people here working in the office, and we call it the Realty Central team. Everybody's willing to help one another. I have excellent office staff that's got a friendly voice when you call. My company, we all work together, and we help one another out. It's all about customer service. You know, you don't take care of your client, somebody else will. We're a locally owned company. They're putting the hours in. People say, what are my hours? And I work when they don't. So when they're not working, it's when we're working. Then we're working in the background also. Kind of help them out step by step and tell them what's going on. If you're deciding whether you want to list or you want to buy, give us a call. We'll meet you in the office. We'll meet somewhere that is convenient for you. Realty Central, faces you know, people you trust. Find us at realtycentralhomes.com.
Hi everybody, Captain Tony here. I've got my good friend Lazar from Tom's Place Restaurant. We have a lot of fun cooking and messing kitchens up. We're gonna do a few very simple recipes so people can see really how easy it is to cook seafood.
Food is love. Food is good. Cook for somebody. Show me something real simple that everybody can do.
First, I have a piece of halibut here.
Okay.
This is some of our Alaskan halibut that we sell. And so I thawed the halibut out. And all I have some mayonnaise here, and I have some Parmesan cheese, and I have some garlic. And what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna mix the garlic with the Parmesan and the mayonnaise. It's about equal parts on all of them.
Okay.
And all you're gonna do now is put a light coating right on top of the fish.
Yeah, we
that.
call that a crust, just so we're on the same pot.
You know, speaking of crust, you can actually add a little
crust.
Okay. You can actually, if you want to get a little bit of
panko.
Panko is a perfect additive to that. Here it is. It's that simple. Put this in the oven at 400 degrees, and we are off to the races. 400 degrees for about 8 minutes is all you're going to cook it. It's that simple. That's one really, really easy way to do halibut.
We love making new friends. Visit us online at facebook.com/SpielOn.
What a show. What a
Very
show.
important show.
But I want to say something right off the bat.
Right off the
okay?
bat.
We just had some food.
Just wrapped it up in the kitchen,
Had
the
some
HIW
duck.
kitchen.
This has always been my dream.
What, just to do the clothes in the kitchen?
No, is to be able to sit back and let a man clean up.
Oh.
Have you ever wanted that too? Just kind of.
No, because I know this guy. I mean, he's used to, look at him, look at him. Oh, yeah, see?
Next time we're having cooked moose. That's what they remind me of. with
The
little-
moose. Oh, I don't know. Should we? No, probably not.
I bet they do
You
it.
wouldn't cook moose, would you?
I'll cook anything.
Oh, he'll
I
cook
know,
anything.
that's what I said,
Chef will
cooked
cook
moose.
anything. Yeah. So, you know, what we took away from today's show is you have to be proactive.
Mm-hmm.
We want to take care of things, whether we're promoting something that's very beneficial in someone's career, or if it's something very important that is going to help someone down the road. We've got to get the message out there.
Also, too, how thankful we are.
Very
You've got to keep remembering how thankful we are, because some folks needs lots of prayers.
That's right. They deal with a lot every single day, and you know what? You should live every day like it's your last.
That's right.
Make the most of every single day, because you never ever know.
Not go to bed mad.
Oh, good advice.
Ever not
Good
go to bed
advice.
mad.
I think you can even buy one of those framed pieces of art now. It's like, kiss me, hug me, let's not go to bed mad, da da da. We do
Good
that.
show. Great music.
Yes.
Great interview. Great. Hey, I did the flags.
You did, I heard.
Getting better.
Did you drop them?
No. Might have been a little mishap, but
It wasn't like a straight drop.
Yes.
it wasn't a straight drop. I love that. It was kind of over my arm and then down.
So yeah,
Yeah.
It looked like it was part of the routine.
Yeah.
You just decided to lay it down.
I laid it down sooner than it should have.
It was an intentional move, huh?
Yeah.
What should the word be today?
What's another word for very thankful that we don't use all the time? I just have thankful
Very
in my.
thankful. You have thankful in your heart, in your mind. She's thankful that the chef is cleaning the kitchen. We don't
Very
have to.
thankful we don't have to today.
Yeah.
Thankful I got to try incredible duck. Thankful.
Have you never tried duck before?
Never had duck in my
Oh,
mouth.
Here she is. There it is.
Now I've played duck, duck, goose.
Duck, duck, goose. Oh, that was a
But
fun game.
it was fun.
Fun game.
Fun
Can you
game.
imagine trying to get up now at this age, though, when a kid hits you on the head? I'd be like, I'm good.
I'm out.
I'll be in
You
bed.
win.
That's
I'm
fine.
gone.
That's good. I could maybe do it if we're musical chairs was
That's
similar,
easier to
very
get up
similar.
out of, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, what do we have here? Contented, is that right?
Contented.
Contented, okay. Happy and at ease. I felt warm and contented, willing to accept something. I'm satisfied. You've had the duck, your belly's satisfied, we're all good. We're contented.
I'm contented.
Contented.
And I threw my first flag. I've never done that either. A lot of firsts for
Lot of
Julie
firsts
today.
I love that. I love that. Okay.
All right,
contented. Here it
contented.
is. Okay.
3 syllables.
You ready?
Contented.
That's it.
That's
right?
it.
Okay.
What a great show. Thank
See
you.
you next week.
I'm not a perfect man, not aware of God's great plan, but I know what's right and wrong. I try not to watch TV or let the news get to me. I can only block it out for so long. We need more old school, more hard work, a little more love, a little less hurt, to get back to the way it's supposed to be. We could all use a good meal on a Sunday, set up on a porch swing, watch the kids play, 'cause innocence will always shine right through. Changing things, it always starts with you. I met a girl at the grocery store, scraping by, needed a little more. What would you do in that Walmart line? 3 little kids sitting there, Lord knows it isn't fair. All I could do was think about mine. We need more old school, more hard work, a little more love, a little less hurt, back to the way it's supposed to be. We could all use a good meal on a Sunday, sit up on a porch swing, watch the kids play. This innocence will always shine right through. And changing things, it always starts with you. You ain't gotta be a saint to be compassionate and strong. Just show a little love when the whole world's going wrong. You need more old school.
What up, Thug?
What up,
What's going on? What's going on today?
Getting ready to get a picture here in the studio of the whole Growing Media team.
Let's go.
Hi, my name is Cecily Smith, and I'm a senior at Heron High School, and I'm here today to just kind of give you a little bit of a glimpse of what I do at the high school on the flag team. And I'm really excited to be on this field.
Sweet. Boom. Awesome.
Hey guys, I'm Dustin Collins, hanging out here in Illinois with the Spiel. I'm gonna play some music for you guys.
Awesome. Boom. Sweet.
Harder, ain't nothing new for a backwoods farmer. Sun up, sun down, banging on traffic on the way to town. A camo hat and a farmer's tan.
I'm editing for Facebook. We do our posting.
Nifty, okay.